You may have seen on my channel recently I did a complete stripped down rebuild of this DRZ 400 SM, and one of the things I did was I fitted this Righteous Stunt Clutch, which is made by a company called Righteous Stunt Metal, which is a small company out of America. They did send this to me by request when I was doing the build. I'd seen that my mate Jake the Garden Snake had been using these and some other people, and they were like, these things are amazing, you just want to try one? Well, I asked them to send one for the build and they did, and I'm so glad they did, because this is one of the nicest clutches, or if not the nicest clutch I've ever used. I'm going to get riding in a minute and show you it in use, but to show you its features, this is CNC'd out of billet aluminium. It's high-grade aluminium. Have a look on their website. They do lots of different lengths and colours and types. You know, whether you want 2 fingers or 3 fingers, or you want tumbled or natural finish. When it's off the bike, it feels more like a tool than it does a lever, because it's quite chunky and heavy. Very strong feeling. Ball bearing in the pivot there, which makes it very nice to pull. And they've also got this what's called an easy pull system, which is 2 holes where you can connect the ball end of the cable, one at the front and one at the back. The one at the back is the easy pull, the one at the front is the more standard pull. You can do this with 1 finger. And this has got uprated springs in the clutch. So as mentioned earlier on, this is called the Righteous Stunt Clutch because it was made for stunt riders. You know, it's very easy to pull it in, very quick to pop it. One of the nice features with the length of the one that I've got here, which is kind of the 3 finger, but it's good for 2 fingers for me, is that I can actually keep 2 of my fingers on the bar while pulling the clutch in at the same time, which is not something I could do with the full length ones. You know, you'd have to have all your fingers off here. Whether that's a benefit or not to normal riding, whatever, but in wheeling, I think that can be a benefit because you can hold on to it. But as I say, I'm not reviewing this from the wheeling perspective. It's just got a very easy pull to it, so as I say, there's no real effort on your hand. It's fast acting, and that's all you really need on these sorts of bikes. You don't need a long progressive clutch, you just need something quick and snappy to get you through the gears. Now there is something to point out on this, which is that it doesn't have the facility for a clutch switch. I have this disabled on this bike anyway, but it's something to note. As I say, I do think that some people might be put off the lever because it says stunt in the name, and they're like, well, I don't need stunting clutches, why do I need that? Just see it as a righteous clutch. I love it. You know, I don't know what it's going to be like on other sorts of bikes, but on this DR and supermotos, from what I've heard, everyone's loving for the same sort of things. You know, you need quick shifts. They're normally quite heavy clutches, so on the older bikes anyway. So having something that makes that easier to pull, it's just nicer to use. Of course, another side to it for these sorts of bikes is downshifting. Because we've got a super amount of engine braking, coming down through the box quickly, efficiently, but also smoothly, to try not to lock up too much, unless that's your goal, is made very easy with this. I'm not saying you can't do it with a stock lever, it just feels nicer with this. It's been a couple of months since I've had it on the bike, and I have to say it's one of the things that stands out the most about the changes that I made to the controls. It's just really pleasant to use, and as I say, that whole word of having stunt in there might put people off, and I just want to say ignore the word stunt unless you're after something for stunts, in which case it's fine for that too. And so they do different lengths, different colours, different finishes, different styles. Check the website out, link in the description. I've not been paid to say any of this, I was just given a clutch by request. I really do believe in this thing, I love it. So there we go. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button, subscribe if you are new here. If you really enjoy watching my channel, please consider joining my Patreon and helping support the channel to let it still be here, because this is my full-time job. I'm also just about to start a build on, well, I'm in the middle of starting it, of my Yamaha XJ6, basically doing a lot of maintenance work, so if you're interested in that, check that out. And as I say, I've also done an entire build series on this one recently, which there is a playlist on my channel, or you can just go back and have a look. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.